Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Krizia here, and today we are gonna get into the one, the only Apple AirPods Max right here. If you've been on the fence about buying the Apple AirPods Max headphones, then this video is for you. We'll talk first about packaging, appearance, the noise cancellation, the pros and cons, and then the price, the cost, and justifying all of that. I've now purchased them at least 2 weeks ago, and I want to give you my experience with them thus far. So here we have the headphones. Beautiful box that it comes in. Obviously has some great packaging considering the price tag that we paid for them. First, let's talk about why I decided to purchase them. I've been thinking about buying these headphones for a long time. I've actually really always wanted over-ear headphones. Just to say this, I'm not the type of person who really spends on things like this. I needed headphones for editing on my computer. I just needed something that I could really focus more with. I'm the kind of person who tends to be like all over the place, especially considering that I work from home a lot. And so it's hard for me to focus and tune out sometimes. So I really wanted just the ability to put headphones on and take them off as I please. So I've been looking at over-ear headphones for a little while. First, what comes in the box? I got a little bit of foundation on here. It wouldn't be mine without a makeup stain. It came with a charger cord. Obviously it's not in there right now because I took it out. Came with that in the case. So that's what you get in the box. It retails for $5.49. So let me show you guys. This is the case that it comes in. It's really interesting. I did not realize that this was considered a smart case. So it opens like this, and the headphones come out just like that. And then when you close it, this is what it looks like. Oh, it's a silicone feeling case. Okay, so let's just talk about the packaging first. So I thought the case was pretty interesting. This is a smart case, meaning the headphones know once you put the headphones back into this case, this is how they slide in. So they go in just like that. And then this little cover is magnetic and it closes it. So that way you can carry them like a little purse, okay? You can hang them. It basically knows when your headphones go into this case to put them on a low battery preserving mode. So that way it preserves the batteries. It's not technically charging it, but it's reducing its use and basically kind of shutting it off when in the smart case. So obviously I love the way that the AirPods Max look. They're very aesthetic. They look sleek, they look timeless in the sense that they don't have obvious logos, obvious branding where it's like, it would go out of style in the next few months or even a year. Like, yeah, they might come out with newer versions of it, but it will probably most likely look pretty similar to the version that I have, just like our iPhones, right? Like just minor updates. So that was another reason why I wanted to buy them. I've never spent that much on headphones before, so I was a little bit hesitant, and it took me a while with a ton of research and just really, you know, testing them out in the store a few times and just thinking about it. I finally decided like, I wanted them. So here you have two buttons. One, it's this volume knob that turns, and you can also press down on it to activate Siri. You can also pause your video by pressing it. You can skip by double pressing it. And then on this side here, you have this thin button, and this here is the noise canceling function. You press it to go onto, you can either do transparency mode, which is where you can still hear slightly outside noises, and then if you press it again, it will be complete noise cancellation. The noise cancellation function on this one is top tier. Compared to the other headphones that I've had and that I've tried, I think it's pretty unmatched in the sense that the noise cancellation is that good. And when I have it on transparency mode, even like, it will tune out all the higher frequencies in a way where I can still hear what's going on, obviously, if I needed to. Like sometimes when I go outside with them, I will wear them on transparency mode because I just want to make sure I'm aware of my surroundings. So I love that it has that option, but it still kind of hides like high piercing sounds if you have it on transparency mode, which I like. So let's put them on. So I decided to get the space gray color. Actually, I really wanted the green color, but they were sold out at the store that I went to. So I was like, okay, then my other option was these. And you know, I wear a lot of makeup and I'm always constantly changing my look. So I felt like these would just be a staple. The color would just kind of go with if I change my hair color, makeup look that day, outfit look. I know that sounds kind of ridiculous, but that's stuff that I consider. And here's what they look like on. It's got a really nice feeling. It's super smooth. Yes, so this part is adjustable. If you pull it down, it'll extend the headphones. So you can adjust the way that they fit. For me, because I have, I would say, a small head, I guess, I push it all the way down when I put them on, and that seems to fit the most comfortably for me. But it is nice that you can adjust them according to whatever feels more comfortable for you. This part here is, it's a mesh. Let's talk, I guess, pros and cons in my opinion. So the pros are, I love the way that they look. Obviously, aesthetic matters to some people. To me, it matters. So I love the timeless look, futuristic, modern, simple aesthetic of these. I also love the cushion on the inside. They're super comfortable. So it sits nicely on the ears. It doesn't sit directly on the ears. It just really kind of hugs my ears nicely. These rotate. The noise cancellation on these compared to my other noise canceling headphones, these win hands down. Oh, another benefit that I love about these is obviously you can connect it to, I have a MacBook computer and my iPhone, so it's automatically synced to both of my devices. And it's cool because I could be editing a video, and if I get a text and I have my announcements on, I can still be connected to both of my devices at the same time. So I love that I'm able to utilize it, connect it to all my devices at once if I needed to. It has a lot of microphones in it, so I practiced doing some voiceover with the headphones, which is really clear. I'll try to include an audio clip of me talking with the audio connected to my headphones so you guys can see what I mean. You get pretty good lasting battery life on them. So you get 20 hours of listening, movie watching, or talk time with active noise cancellation and spatial audio. So say that they do die, if you needed to charge them immediately, 5 minutes will give you up to 1.5 hours of use again. So they do charge really fast, and I find that they obviously last me like an entire day of using them, and I don't have to continuously charge them, especially if I'm using the case to keep them in low power mode when I'm not using them. Okay, so the cons, there are a few, but so far there's a few little minor details that if I could change, I would. One is the case. I love the fact that it's a smart case, but like I find that when I'm traveling, it doesn't really feel useful. Like I would rather much prefer a case and this, you know, something that I could pack them up in and just like pack. I mean, technically I could pack them in here, but without them inside the case, like how do I carry this? It just feels like an overly large sunglasses case in a way. Like I felt really awkward. Like I wore these into the car one day and I realized that, you know, if I went into the store, like if I wanted to take them off and put them in their case, like this doesn't really serve as good of a purpose for me. But I mean, I appreciate the fact that it is a smart case and all of that. I just wish that this was more like travel friendly, like came in a little box or something where I could feel like I could just store them away and protect them better. The other thing is that I forgot to mention this in the benefits, but it knows when you take them off that you're not using them, so it will pause your audio or whatever once you take them off of your ears, which is cool. So it has a smart on and off detector when you take them, when you put them on and when you take them off. The only thing is you can't power these off unless you put them in the case. So I mean, if you're not carrying the case with you, like how do I preserve the battery, right? So it's kind of like that's a minor flaw for me. Like I wish there was a button where I could like put in sleep mode at least or turn them off completely, but I don't think, as far as I know of, I don't think there's a way to turn them off without putting them in the case. I think a lot of people ask me so far if they're heavy, and I've heard mixed reviews about this, but me personally, I haven't found them to be uncomfortable. I actually find them pretty comfortable, even using them for a long period of time. I haven't really used them probably longer than a few hours at a time. So maybe if you're using them like all day or like consistently for a few hours, then it might maybe feel heavy for you. Okay, one con that I forgot to mention is I didn't know until I was purchasing these that they're not waterproof and they're not sweat resistant. So I was a little bit confused about that because I've seen people wearing them to the gym and I was like, I swear that these would have been at least sweat proof because people definitely wear them in the gym. But it wasn't until I was checking out that the guy asked if I would be using them for the gym, and I told him I'd be using them mostly for editing, and he was like, okay, well, just so you know, they're not waterproof, they're not sweat proof. And someone came in recently because they wore them to the gym and they just like got damaged after wearing them, and that kind of scared me a little bit. And I don't know if it was trying to just get me to sign up for the Apple Care insurance thing or whatever, but it did enough to make me not want to wear these to the gym. So that's something definitely to keep in mind, I guess, if you didn't know that, and if you're planning to get these to work out in. I'm sure there is a solution out there. I haven't done any research, but I don't know if they maybe have some protective covers or something like that that you could purchase, but that is a very important note to keep in mind. But with that, I will say I did wear them to go hiking recently, and we did a pretty long hike, at least an hour, and I was sweating a little bit, not like profusely. Like, it didn't seem like an issue. Obviously, they're still working fine, so I don't know. I think it may just depend on how much you sweat. There's one minor thing that I noticed, but this is probably for my own good. I usually blast my music when I'm listening to something. So Dela was saying he could hear the whole song like blasting out loud, like as if it was out loud. And I mean, I guess it's like whatever, it's not that big of a deal. But I mean, if I don't want you to know what's on my playlist, like that's my vibes, then maybe that could be an issue. What if I'm like on an airplane and I'm like listening to something really loudly and then the person next to me is bothered by it? I don't know. I haven't been in that situation. I'm just saying maybe I shouldn't be listening full volume anyways, but you know, that's just something to point out just in case that is something that matters to you. So overall, would I say it's worth it? It depends on your priorities. I'm sure you can find another great over-ear headphone for a fraction of the cost, but to me, I just know that I can rely on the quality of these. I really love everything about it, like pretty much like a 9 out of 10 for me so far using it. Like I said, I'm someone who has trouble focusing sometimes, and I hear a lot of my thoughts constantly throughout the day in my head, as well as outside noises and all that stuff. Like, I can't help but focus on noise in general. So when I put these on, it really helps me kind of escape into my own like world of whatever it is I want to tune into. So whether that be like my affirmations, I use them in the morning when I'm cooking, or if I'm like going around the house doing like morning stuff, I'll be listening to my affirmations, and I could really just tune into being present, and it helps me just focus. Like if I need to edit a video, I will put them on and just be able to fully focus on editing my video without getting easily distracted. It's helped my productivity a lot, I would say. I hope that this review has been helpful to you. I'll try to do an updated review maybe like as time goes on, so I could, you know, let you guys know if anything has changed at all. But so far, like I said, 9 out of 10, I love them. I would recommend them if you're not worried about splurging a little bit. Hopefully this review was helpful. If it was, please give this video a thumbs up. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to my channel. Let me know in the comments if you like these headphones, if you have them. Would you buy them? If you don't, why or why not? Let me know all of your thoughts. Spill the tea in the comment section. And thanks for watching, you guys. Until next time, peace out.